Welcome back, students. This is the VTU B first year computer programming laboratory video course. Uh, I'm on problem number 7. The problem number 7 is develop, implement and execute a C program that reads two matrices. The first matrix is A with a M and N, and the B with a matrix of P and Q, and compute the product of matrices A and B. Read matrix A, read matrix B in a row major order and in column major order respectively. Print what is expected from this code is print both input matrices and resultant matrix with suitable heading, and output should be in a matrix format only. Program must check the compatibility of order and of the matrices for multiplication. Report appropriate message in case of incompatibility. Okay. So let me quickly give you an introduction of two matrix multiplication or the dot product. Okay. So consider there is a matrix A which is of order 2 rows and 3 columns, 2 into 3, and another matrix B with 3 columns, 3 rows and 2 columns. So the first product of the matrix is going to be the first row. The first row is multiplied with the first column of the second. So here you could see the first row 1, 2, 3 is multiplied with the of A. Matrix A is multiplied with the first column of matrix B with element 7, 9 and 11. So the matrix multiplication is the first entry of A is multiplied with the first entry of B, row, and 2 and 9 and 3 and 11. So the resultant matrix of output 58 goes to the multiplied dot product output of resultant matrix C. So basically we multiply from the array row matrix A row wise into a column, the product by product, element by element. So let's take the next entry here. Okay, the next entry of output product is the first row of matrix A is multiplied with the second column. Okay, the second column to get a resultant value for the second first row second element. Okay, so here the same matrix A first row of 1, 2, 3 is multiplied with the second column of 8 and 12 with a dot product as of 8 into 1, 2 into 10 and 3 into 12 to a resultant 64 here. Okay, so second one is the same we follow for the second one is the second row of matrix A is multiplied with the first column to get a 139 like as explained here, and the second row second column is multiplied as explained here to get 154. Okay, that's how we multiply two matrices. Matrix A, matrix B is multiplied into get a matrix C. Okay, this is how it is. So coming back, they have asked that there should be a suitability check needs to be done. Okay, the suitability check is explained here. For example, consider this a 2 into 2 matrix of A can be multiplied with 2 into 2 to get a 2 into 2 matrix. Okay, but a 2 into 2 matrix can be multiplied with the second, this 2 into 2 matrix can be multiplied with the same array for the next one, the same rows. So if it is a 2 into 2 matrix, the second row, the first element has to be 2. That's why then only you can multiply correctly and get a output. So for example, there is a matrix of 2 into 2 and the B matrix has a 2, it should be 2 into 3. So the M and N and P and Q here, all these has to be same, and the resultant matrix is going to be the M of this into the uh, the column of the B. So resultant is going to be 2 into 3. Okay, this is how we create a resultant matrix. So for example, here a 2 into 2 matrix is multiplied to a 2 into 3 matrix to get a 2 into 3 matrix. Okay, so that's how we get a 2 into 3 matrix. So we need to check that if a array with m into n and p into q, then the resultant should be the m and n should, the n and p should match. Okay, the n and p should match. That's, and the resultant would be output product of C would be m into q. Okay, so this is the core algorithm. As I said, the whole instant K programming is just less than 10 lines of code. That's what you need to remember and by heart, or remember to take it to your exam. Just 10 lines of code. So there's going to be some input, there's going to be some scanfs and a printf later, but the core algorithm, which intentionally you don't need to write in your exam, but just for you to get, I have mentioned the core algorithm with this kind of comments. Okay, so how do we implement is, first we take an this is going to be the matrix multiplication is a simple 3 for loop code, in which the first is the for I is equal to 0 to I is less than m I plus plus 1. It's for the rows of A. So first we take the rows of A and the column of A. So either you can take n or q. It's going sorry, the second one is a j row for loop, which is going to take the column of here. So basically the row I is going to be here. It's from the matrix A. The j is going to be from the column. Okay, I represents the row, the j represents the column. Okay, so there is a for loop from M, first matrix A and the column of second matrix, that's Q. Okay, this is because output is going to be M into Q. Okay, the order is going to be M into Q. So that's why we have a for loop, two for loops, which is going to be first one is M and second one is Q. Okay, so this is something you should remember 100%. Without this you won't get a output. For I is equal to M, because the output is M into Q, and the second one is J, for J loop is going to be the Q. So the I is going to be from I, take it from the rows of A and columns of B. Okay, and the output is we initialize the I and J, C of I, C of J to be 0, and for the final inside core for loop K is going to be K is equal to 0, K is equal to less than N or P. Any one you can use, because N and P are going to be the same. So you can replace any one. So the product is equal to C of I of J, the array of C of I and J is equal to C of I into J, and A of I of K into B of K of J. Okay, this is going to be very critical and you need to remember very, very carefully is, so what at last what you are going to multiply is something like this. So take A of I and keep this row constant and try to multiply move, take a temporary k which is going to move like this. Okay, so take I and multiply by k and get a 58. Then that keep the I same, k you move it to the second one and get 64. Because of this, so how it's going to be happening is, for A of I is going to move I and move like this. So basically we take an A of I and move it here, and it is multiplied with B of, it's going to be the row, the column 1. So B of k into j. So basically we multiply A of I of k, these things with these things, to get a resultant of C of I of j. And then in the second one, when k becomes 1, what we do is we multiply A of I and we move like this, the k1 moves like this, and we multiply with the second entry. Okay, second entry. So that's how we get a product of A of I of k multiplied by B of k. So this is the tricky part here. So from here, A of I of k, we are trying to move like this, and here we are going to move down. Here we are moving from left to right and using the same k, because it's k is first, we are going to move down, and that's how we get a product of it. Okay, so let me quickly go back to the code in which so this is the code. The implementation is, we are assuming that user won't input more than 10 into 10 matrix. So as a biggest element, we have a of 10 into 10. It's a two-dimensional matrix array in C, and a B of 10 of 10 and C of 10 of 10. So it's a two-dimensional arrays of A, B and C, and these I, J, K, M, N, P, Q are the temporary local variables. Okay, so the first is enter number of rows and columns for matrix 1. Okay, the matrix 1 is nothing but A, and so it's going to, we are asking for the rows and order of the matrix, or rows and columns of matrix. Okay, and once user enters, we ask them to elements of row A, matrix A. Okay, so it's in a row major order. That means you're going to give it input in a row major. That means starting with row wise. Okay, so we read it using a scanf. Again, it's a M and N. So we have read what is the rows and column of a matrix using M and N, and A scanf of and of A of I, A and J. Okay, it's a two-dimensional matrix. So once we read the A matrix, then the second matrix 2 is matrix B. Okay, the matrix B, and again the rows and major, or the order of matrix, is P and Q. Here is a check. This is what they have asked us to check. The N has N and P. The N and P has to be same for matrix multiplication, or else just return error. That's what we are checking. If N is not equal to P, just print and get out. So this is the core. Then we are reading, as we read P and Q. So there is a for loop of I and J for P and Q, and we are doing a scanf, reading the element of matrix B. Okay, this is in the column major order. Then this is the core algorithm of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. Okay, so what we do is there is a for loop of I from 0 to m and a for loop of j from 0 to q. So because of the output multiplied matrix would be the order of m into q, so these two are the is what you are going to put. Okay, and this is a very important, every time inside this you have to initialize to 0 so that you can append the values. So C of I of j is equal to C of I of j, and this is the third for loop where k is equal to 0 and k is less than n. Either you can use n or p as I said, and the matrix multiplication is just this. So A of I of k is multiplied with B of k of j. So you can see here the k inside loop which is going to move row wise and column wise is first we multiply row wise of k to the column wise of b. So that's why it is I of k and k of j. Okay, so with this we are going to get a multiplied, and input matrices what we entered is a, again we are printing, it is the same for I m in m into n, and here and this is going to be p into q. Okay, so we are printing the input matrices A, and here you need to be careful, they want it in a matrix form. So what we are doing is printf percentage %d and there is a tab. Okay, and at the end of we print the rows, print the whole thing rows, there is a printf here, go to the next one. So we are printing row wise and come down. So that's why printf is critical here. If you print it, it's going to print it in a row wise, row and column in a clean, what you write it on pen and pencil. So here we are printing the matrix B, right? And again there's just a printf here, and product of the entered matrices C is going to be m into q. Okay, it's going to be m into q, in which we this is the resultant matrix, and we are printing C of I of j. Okay, and printf. So let me compile this code, no error, and try to run. So just to make it simple, I'm giving enter the rows and columns of matrix A, I'm giving 2 and 2. Enter the elements of matrix A, just to simple, I'm giving 1, 1, 1, 1. And the second one is the rows and columns of matrix B is again, it's a 2 into 2 matrix, and element I'm just giving 1 and 1 and n. Now you can see it printed in a cleanly in a matrix form. Input matrix is 1, 1, 1, 1. Input matrix B is 1, 1, 1, 1, and product is 2, 2, 2, 2. Right? So let's try a few more example. Okay. So for example, I'll do 2 into 2, and I'll give 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Enter the number of matrices again 2 into 2, and the matrix B is going to be, I'm going to give 1, 2, 3, 4. So the output is going to be, we have entered here, so it's going to multiply 1 with 1 and 2 with the 3, so it's going to be, the product is 7. So we are getting a product which is a 7, 10, 15, 22. So you need to remember this test input and what is expected, because once you do it, you need to try with these test cases and see if it is working for you. Okay. So the core recap is, there is an array of two-dimensional matrix A of 10 of 10, B of 10 of 10, C of 10 of 10. We read the elements of matrix A, elements of matrix B, and we check whether the n, if it is n is not equal to p, then we cannot multiply, we should exit. Then the core algorithm is, as I said, just 7 lines. All you have to do is remember is, for the first is array for loop is from 0 to m, and j is from 0 to q, and k inner loop which is going to use to multiply is going to go from 0 to n, or the p, and the output is cf I of j plus af I into k and bf k into j. That's it. Only this multiplication, what I am moving my cursor here, is going to define and multiply, and we are going to print the matrix A, matrix B, and resultant matrix C. Okay, that's it. So this completes the problem number 7. Okay, so let me quickly go through the algorithm part. If the examiner ask you to write an algorithm, so it is an order of, read the order array matrix A of m and n, read the order p and q. If n and is not equal to q, multiplication not possible, go to the step 10. Okay, then in a loop of m and n, read the array A of I of j, and the same p and q, read the array B of I of j. This is the matrix multiplication. For I is equal to 0 to m, j is equal to 0 to q. Q is here first, m, q, and c of I of j is initialized to 0. For k is equal to 0 to n, in steps of 1, we just do a of I of k into b of k of j is added back to a of I of j, and that completes print matrix A, print matrix B, print matrix C, and stop. This is a simple algorithm. This is the flow chart. So you could pause the video any point of time and write down. Okay, I suggest you scribble down whatever I am saying, and only whatever you write down is what you will remember. Okay, just scribble down, and this is the matrix, the flow chart. So we read the m and n, p and q. If n is equal to p, we continue. If it is false, multiplication not possible, we will go to stop. Then read the matrix A, read the matrix B. This is the multiplication of row for loop of I, for loop of j, for loop of k is from 0 to n, and again A of I of k is multiplied by B of k of j, and print matrix A, matrix B, matrix C. That's it. So this completes matrix multiplication. It's very, very easy. If you don't understand, just rewind, listen from the beginning, and you should be able to write it in your exams. Okay. So Instant K has, along with programming C, we have CAD course as well. It's one of our best course, which is explained on board and again on the just have a look at it.
Problem number 6. A pentagonal prism 25. This angle given is 30 degrees. This we are getting at 41 degrees. So 41 degrees I believe from this. Finally, looking at this, I have projected this horizontal.
The same is explained on the sketchbook. So for each problem we have explained on board and explained on sketchbook and also on the solid edge. This is the first time ever in the whole, you can't even see anywhere in your YouTube or any other where the whole exhaustive, what you need is done. Please utilize it. Thank you.